Alright, just a quick video of some alpha brass that I just got in. Man, I'm extremely disappointed. You know, you go on their YouTube channel and you watch the video of them talk about the prep you have to do to their brass before you load it. They basically just tell you to deburr and chamfer the case mouths and it's pretty much ready to go. Of course, do your measurements and everything, make sure your headspace is good. I mean, as poor of a quality as the necks were in this particular case of alpha brass 6.5 Creedmoor were, I would definitely measure everything. No different than you would if you were to pick up some range brass. Measure everything, anneal it, do whatever you got to do, but you definitely aren't going to get your money's worth. At least I don't feel like I got my money's worth with this brass. There's too much work going to be involved in getting it ready just to shoot to get once fired brass. So I'll probably for now on just buy Hornady brass and sort the brass for case volume and that kind of thing. I mean, neck tension and all that stuff plays a very minor role in PRS shooting. I mean, unless you're shooting out to 2,000 yards or something, it really is a minute factor to consider. So anyway, I'm just going to show you what the quality of this alpha brass is I got. So this 50 brass came out of this alpha brass case. I have flipped these over so I can show you the mouths or the case mouths on the rest of these that I haven't touched yet, but I ran these through my sizing die and I'll show you why. On alpha brass, they tell you on their YouTube channel, there's a video they got on there that tells you what prep you need to do to the brass when you first get it. Obviously everybody wants some once fired brass so they can bump the shoulder back a couple thousandths and do all of that stuff. Well, on their YouTube channel where it says the prep, they're telling you that all you have to do is deburr and chamfer the case mouths. Well, if you look at this one right here, it's bent in two different places. What do you think's going to happen when you deburr and chamfer that? When you chamfer that on the inside, it's going to eat up both of those bent spots, and you're going to have a really thin case on this particular case in two different spots. And there's more in here. These aren't near as bad as the first 50 I did. But on this one you can see it's bent right here. So when you go to chamfer that, it's going to eat up that side of the case before it's going to do that to keep it square, so that part that's bent in is going to get more chamfer than the rest of them. This one's bent too right there. You can't chamfer or deburr that like it is. You have to run that through your mandrel first or something, or just totally resize it, which is what I'm going to end up having to do. This one's bent right here. I did the first 50 of them and I just got so pissed off I figured I wouldn't do these until I made a video about it. I mean, this one's bent right here too. It's hard to point on camera, but you can see that flat spot right there on that one. This one's bent right here on this side right here on this case. Is it a huge deal? No, it's not. But it's also not 100 pieces of brass worth, you know, $1 a piece either. I bought some Hornady brass, and the Hornady brass was much better than this as far as the condition of the case new. You could actually deburr and chamfer and start priming and doing your powder and bullets without worrying about it to get once fired brass. In this case, you just can't do that. This is the lot number right here, and this is exactly what I purchased. I don't know exactly what OCD means. It's definitely, I guess they mean optimized case head technology, but I'm pretty OCD. Apparently I'm way more OCD than alpha brass. Anyway, figured I'd make a video about it just to let everybody know It's not much different than Hornady brass. The primer pockets, the case head, that might be better. Who really knows? You'd have to do some more testing on that to actually prove that to me. But just from the, you know, first time messing with this brass, it's pretty ridiculous for that kind of money. And just in case Alpha Brass happens to see this video, you got this foam sitting up here. I know if you have all these flipped over like this, when the customer gets it, it's much more pretty to look at. Who really cares? Load the cases into this box like that, so that when it gets jostled around or thrown around in shipping, it could be up against this foam, these case mouths. That way they're protected. I don't really think that these came this way to me from shipping. I think they were actually, you know, put in this box like that because it's being in this case, yeah, being flipped over the other way like they come, it probably didn't do this side damage to the case. It just ain't possible. They were actually put in this case like this from Alpha Brass.